Hey guys, it's me, Kept Joe. I finally got a new camera working and everything. I really wanted to make this video because it's kind of like a I'm back, but response to JesusFreak777. Jesus Freak, you made a video talking about that Jesus is God, but I kept noticing that the entire time you were making your video, you kept saying that he was the Father for some reason, and I kind of want to hear from you about this because that's something that really bugs me. Because it sounds really oneness Pentecostal to me, but you haven't really given a statement of faith that I've seen. And if you could do that, I'd love to see a video on that. But I just love to hear you talk about this some more because I'm curious why you would believe that Jesus is the Father, because that's not what the Bible's teaching whatsoever. I'm not really trying to attack you, because I appreciate some of your videos. I just want to hear you respond back and hear what you have to say about it. Because like you have in Mark 14, Jesus says, Abba, Father, all things are possible with you. Take this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will be done, but your will. If Jesus is the Father, one, obviously, you've probably heard this before, but why would he talk to himself? Why would he be a schizophrenic? I don't think he is, and I don't think he was talking to himself. Even right here, he made a distinction of wills. Not my will be done, Father, but your will. It shows two separate wills right there. And all through the New Testament, when Jesus makes a distinction, he, I, the Father, myself. He keeps saying all throughout Scripture, he defines himself separate from the Father. But of course you have a verse like where Jesus says, I and the Father are one. Yes, they are one. One in purpose, one in the Trinity, but not one as in Jesus is the Father. I'd like for you to come back with me, give me a response, give me your thoughts. I'd love to know why you believe this, or even if you do believe this, or you're just slipping up as you were talking. But I don't think you're worthy. But other than that, yeah, guys, I'm back. And yes, Jesus is God. And if you don't believe that, you need to start searching the Scriptures some more. And, oh, by the way, I do have some good news. I've been meeting with some Mormons recently, some Mormon missionaries. Been sitting down and meeting with them on a regular basis, and things are going pretty good. I actually think one of them is really shaken up, but he's only been doing this for 2 months, and the other guy's been doing it for, I think he said 8 months. I started talking about their testaments and going into those kind of things with them, and then I kind of acted like I didn't really know a lot, because I didn't want them to kind of get on the defensive with me and like, just completely shut off. I wanted them to open up and share with me. And I just kind of go, I heard this quote that Joseph Smith said. I don't think I got it right, but I'm trying to paraphrase with you guys. Could you, tell me why he said this? I'm like, sure. And then I'm like, well, I read where Joseph Smith said that we have supposed and believe that God is from everlasting to everlasting, but I will refute that idea and take away the veil and show you that as God is, as man is, God once was. As man is, God may become. As God is, man may become. And then the guy who's been doing this for 2 months, he just looked at me and just astonished. He's like, Joseph Smith never said that. And the guy who's been doing it for about 8 months is just kind of almost embarrassed or something, or ashamed. He's like, yeah, Joseph Smith kind of said that. And the other guy didn't know what to think. I'm like, is it just me, or does that raise a lot of questions? You say Joseph Smith is a prophet of God and all these things, and yet here he is directly contradicting Scripture. That doesn't make sense to me. And then he's saying that we can become gods. Well, there's a lot wrong with that. They did not have anything they could say to me, but we started talking about the testimony, that testimony of the Spirit. And the guy who's been doing it for 2 months, I'm like, it had to have been all God, because it looked like there was just sword after sword after sword just going right through him. So I just kept asking about the testimony and telling me, was that really a Spirit of God or what? And he just kept getting more shaken up and more shaken up. I don't want to explain it all because that'd take way much longer than I have time, but long story short, it was amazing, and they're still willing to meet with me again. So as soon as I make another meeting, I'll have more on it. I'd like to start videotaping this, but I don't know how comfortable they would feel with us, so I'm going to see what I can do. But other than that, guys, that's all I had. God bless, and Jesus Freak, I hope you make a response. Alright, later, guys.